home with kids and all the rest of it, that they're really not going to mobilise and give them a hard time. It's going to be the elite trade unions who are going to start screaming and yelling and kicking, and what is more, they'll get away with it. But the women won't. The women will take the fall, and there'll be nothing they can do about it.
Well, Jermaine, there are two other Irish fellas who are kind of getting a hard time as well. They're not politicians. We're very, very proud of them on this show, and they are Jedward.
Poor old Jedward.
Yeah, they're getting a very hard time altogether going through the airport there in Heathrow, and I think we have Leem McKenna, their tour manager, on the phone. Hello, Liam.
Hi, how are you, Danny?
Will you just fill us in on what's happening here?
Oh, Danny, I think it's all kind of kicked off. This happens all the time, really. Every time we kind of go through the airport in Heathrow recently, obviously, they put in like additional security thing, and basically what's been happening is that every single time we go through the airport, they seem to pull them in, and it's like one or two particular guys that seem to be picking on them, you know. So like basically the other day we were in a hurry, and I just lost the plot with one of the guys, and I was like, look, you're bullying these kids, you know, they're 19-year-old kids, and this guy was just picking on them like because he could have a go at them, basically.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Liam, we will not stand for it here on the Daily Show. Anybody attacking our Jedward.
Is it the same guys every time, Liam? Is that what's happening?
Well, it's basically the one or two that we recognise them, and basically what happened on Monday or Tuesday, I had gone through already, and the guy didn't see me, and he started having a go at him basically because he didn't see me, and as soon as he saw me, he panicked, you know. So it seems to be a small element of them, but it's just unnecessary, you know. Like, we go through the airport 2 or 3 times a week, we're coming back and forth to London, you know, and this thing is meant to be totally random, but yet they get pulled in every single time, you know. That we've never gone through once, not once have we ever gone through without getting pulled in for this.
Liam, you've made a complaint. You've had an email, I understand, from security at Heathrow.
Yeah, well, they actually contacted me. I put something on Twitter. I posted on Twitter just about that they were picking on them all the time, and Heathrow actually contacted me about it. They sent me an email saying could I contact them to speak to them directly about it. They sent me an email apology, which was the worst apology I've ever heard. They basically didn't admit that anything had happened. They just kind of said, oh, if this happened, or we're very sorry, you know. It was the most unacceptable apology ever, so I just basically said, well, to hell with them, you know. The Star had asked me about it, and the Star newspaper asked me about it, and I said, well, it's time to start telling the truth about what these people are doing, you know.
Well, hopefully, Liam, it'll all work out from now on, and that they won't be hassled at all going through any airport, no matter where they're going.
You know what, I have to point out, the staff in Dublin Airport couldn't be nicer. This is only at Heathrow Airport that's happening, you know. Like, it's never ever happened in Dublin Airport. The staff and even the airport managers and everything just could go out of their way to be nice to us, and every time we go through, you know. So I have to point that it's only Heathrow Airport, not Dublin.
Well, Liam, thanks very much for being with us, and we're going to move on to our next story. And Liam, just before I leave you go, if you see a Euro Millions lottery ticket there with 113 million on it, you might keep it for us, because, Brian, that brings us on to our next story.